this situation's is more like she's pimping him. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think she was pimping the dude. Like she said she wanted to stay, and she told him she wanted to stay, and that nigga was staying. And she was getting bust down and making babies with other men. She was pimping this dude. I'm pretty sure she was using all of his money. She probably was spending his money on the dudes that she was messing around with. Man,
You do know him being wait, never mind.
Well, he does have a point there
go
because
ahead
she did have a criminal. She did have a criminal past that did come out at the end of the
How
interview.
did you gather that this man thought it was cool that his wife was cheating on him? Where did you?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yes, you did say that.
Okay, well let me correct you because I didn't say that. I said this man thought it was cool. He thought it was fine to allow his wife to get bust down by other men.
So as I said before, I think that anybody associated with Disney that seems to have these major Orlando Brown, all of the people that was in that documentary, all the people we see literally melting down, suffering from extreme childhood psychological trauma. I think if they had regular childhoods while being in the industry, that did not occur to them. There's some people who doing completely fine because they was grounded, not like in trouble, but grounded with the family or grounded in religion or something grounded them going into that industry, and they stayed connected to whatever that source was. These people, I think, was left on the ledge. They are the extreme minority. The men that's wives cheating on them, in the stat that you had, Sweeney, in there, that was from a adult website, Ashley Madison. So more than likely, those people already had some type of an agreement where it was okay for them to cheat. Because for you to use that, then you would have to use me pulling a polygamy website up and say most people are polygamous.
All right, so if I can answer the question. Before I answer the question, let me just, I think somebody said something about a slip up. So are we saying that busting it open is a slip up?
And when it slipped out and then she put it back in, I guess that's what they mean by slip up. Slip out, put it back in.
Okay, so I don't agree with that. I think we just let that run as if we was all like in accordance with that, but I just want to go on the record that that is not a slip up. A slip up is not okay. Anyways, so
no, Bruiser. I said if your husband has a slip up, I think I use the term slip up compared to this situation with
what hold on,
Kale's wife. Kale's wife
versus conquering. If your
what do you call it? Like I'm
if a husband has a slip up, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man, and I'm not psychologically. If a man is had an affair at work or situation, when I say slip up, meaning you finding yourself in a compromising situation with having feelings or being physical with a female where it necessarily may have not been your intention. That's what I deem to be.
Somebody told you that it wasn't a man someone told you that when a man is found in that compromising situation, that is not his intention. Somebody told you that, right?
What you talking about? Somebody told me.
So you believe that it's not his intention to be in that situation?
I believe that there is such thing as temptation, Bruiser. Like I believe that there is temptation. I believe that at the end of the day,
I agree with you that there's temptation.
Human, man is human. So something can happen on the fact of your guard not being up as it's supposed to be on a daily basis. I believe that there's a possibility. I will always leave room that man is man, whether it's woman or man. People are human. I don't ever deem and say this person will never do something to me. This person never do this to me. Whether it's a friend, a family member, my husband, my children, whoever it is, whether outside of myself, you only control yourself. You control your mind. You control yourself. You have no control over any other person in this world. You can pray for them. You can love them. You can do everything that you deem to be in good standings with whatever religion you follow or what your moral standard is. But at the end of the day, you doing whatever you do does not control the outcome of another person. They have to be in lockstep with how they feel about you. It has to be on the same level, and that's it.
Can I ask
Okay.
Trevor?
Whew, that was long. But I agree that I agree that men make mistakes. But to say that a man slipped up into some pussy or he didn't intend to knock her down, I don't agree with that. So whoever told you that, they were capping. All right. So on the question about Kel,
Who said somebody told me that, Bruiser?
I don't know. I mean,
can't think for
obviously
ourselves.
somebody would have to
You
tell
don't
you.
I'm
that you
like, what are we talking
You're not
about?
supposed to think.
Obviously,
My
Nobody-
parents been
someone
married for
would have-
48
you would
years,
have to get this
and me and my
information
husband
from.
been together for 16 years. So I
Unless
don't
you're
know
a
who you talking
man,
about. Somebody
unless
told me
you're a
that.
man and you actually going to
don't
go
think we gotta
smash a
pray.
woman, someone would have to told you this, or someone had to
don't think we
convince you
have a
that this was the way. This is
Darwin, I believe that people are people. So like I said before, I will never say what no person will not do on this earth. Because
okay. So you're talking about being capable of doing something. I'm not
yeah,
talking about that. I'm talking about intending to do something and finding yourself in some pussy and not intending to smash it. Every stroke is intentional. Every stroke. All right. So
No, Diddy.
So let me try to get to this question. So because I don't want to hold up. Everybody has some good point. But what I wanted to say was and I think people touched on it a little bit. I wanted to say when a man allows his wife to be dominated by other men and used as a vessel to bring in their seed, for one, he's not spiritually grounded and he doesn't have, self-esteem or self-respect. And this man also don't have any concern for those who aspire to be like him or gain inspiration for how, he operates as a man. But from what I see with this dude, Kel, I think he thought it was cool. I think he thought it was fine. He thought it was okay to accept a man allowing his wife to get bust down and still be with her.
What the fuck?
And there's a lot of men who are not, being raised with self-respect and self-worth.
How did you gather all of that?
Hold on. This is another reason
Here come
why.
the sexy talk.
Hold on. I'll let everybody go. But this is another reason why day in and day out, we try to reach men through our content to make them aware and learn how to value themselves. And sometimes it's not enough because that type of content is largely reported and underpromoted. But all I can say at the end of the day is I hope he learned. I hope he make the adjustments, and I applaud him. I applaud him for being honest and humble. But now it's time to be better and surround himself with a better group of men. I wouldn't necessarily call her a whore. This situation is more like she's pimping him. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think she was pimping the dude. Like she said she wanted to stay, and she told him she wanted to stay, and I think it was staying. And she was getting bust down and making babies with other men. She was pimping this dude. I'm pretty sure she was using all of his money. She probably was spending his money on the dudes that she was messing around with. Man,
You do know him being wait, never mind.
well, he does have a point there
Go
because
ahead,
she did have a criminal. She did have a criminal past that did come out at the end of the
How did you
interview.
gather that this man thought it was cool that his wife was cheating on him? Where did you?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
She did say that.
Okay, well let me correct you because I didn't say that.
You
I said this man thought it was cool. He thought it was fine to allow his wife to get bust down by other men.
Where did you gain that from?
Let me go ahead and play a little bit more of this clip, and then maybe we might be able to find what Darwin's talking about.
Okay, so whenever she cheated and had a baby, what did he do?
That don't mean he thought it was cool.
Okay, how did he
You
make
said it as if the man enjoyed it or something.
Why would he take her back then?
We just sat here and had a whole conversation about why men may forgive. And
No,
then
I'm talking about this situation right here.
Okay, so you're asking a question that only he knows the answer to. But we just ran down.
No,
but
I'm asking a question based. I'm observing it by my observation by looking at it just like everybody else. This is what I saw.
Okay, so but you asked, well, why would he do that? And me and Trev,
ask somebody why would he do that?
you just asked that 5 seconds ago.
What did I?
Why would he? Well, why would he stay? Why would he stay? And me and Trev
I
just went
asked you
down.
why would he stay? I didn't ask.
Right. So me and Trev just went through a whole diatribe about why men in those type of marriages, especially considering that he was the breadwinner and what he could potentially lose, why he would stay. Those are all examples of why a man would stay.
Listen, what you and Trev went through on why.
Also, don't forget religious.
Hold on. What you and Trev went through on why men stay in these situations ain't got shit to do with what I think. So I just gave you what I thought from my observation. You could go pull up a stat. Y'all gonna have a whole diatribe or kumbaya about why men stay. From what I seen, I said what I seen.
You saw a man who thought it was cool.
I saw a man that thought, when I was looking in that camera, just like everybody else on this panel, I saw a man who thought it was okay to accept his wife being a bust down. Therefore, he stayed with her, even as she got pregnant. Ain't no man in his right mind is gonna do that if he know that he got some type of self-worth or self-respect for himself.
Do you think most men have?
That's why I said we make content on a daily basis for these type of guys to make them aware that they don't got to be fucking mistreated.
So do you think that these type of guys is a minority or a majority?
I mean, I can't really give you, I can guess. Okay, I think there's a lot of men out there like that. It's enough for a content creator to make a living on making them aware of it.
You got it, bro.